Hello and welcome to Science Research Weekly, Season 4, Episode 21, Painkillers, Crystals, and Giant Marine Viruses. Get ready for painkilling at the nerve level, solving an earth science seismic anomaly, ocean giant viruses genomes, the SAS Hackathon, a warning against scientific vibe coding, and a pilot study testing school lunches. This episode covers material from June 6th to June 12th. Let's get started with some research articles. First up, the analgesic paracetamol metabolite AM404 acts peripherally to directly inhibit sodium channels. So it turns out a metabolite of acetaminophen, so aka Tylenol, doesn't just shut off signals to the brain, but directly inhibits sodium channels at the nerve level, stopping pain signals at the source. It's very interesting given that we've had things like acetaminophen for a while, but now we're actually learning a little more deeply about how they work, and that gives suggestions about better local analgesic treatments. All right, next up, the texture of the post-perovskite phase controls the characteristics of the seismic discontinuity. So this is technical, but when you get past that, it's really interesting. So there's a deep layer in the Earth where seismic waves speed up, sort of inexplicably. Scientists didn't know why this was happening. It was called like the seismic discontinuity. But now scientists think that it can be explained by solid rock deep in the Earth at that, I think it's about 3,000 kilometers. So anyways, the solid rock at this level actually flows like a liquid, and then the mineral crystals as post-perovskite, they actually orient all in the same direction, allowing for those seismic waves to speed up because sort of everything's aligned, compared to at other layers, sort of a random orientation of the crystals. So that's really interesting. There you go. A massive earth science mystery that you didn't even know about, potentially solved. All right, our last article for today here, expansion of the genomic and functional diversity of global ocean giant viruses. So giant viruses are important components of ocean microbial dynamics, and researchers are just getting started in understanding them. So in this paper, authors present 230 high-quality giant virus genomes and 398 partial genomes. They took this from 9 global ocean datasets, running special software to find these genomes. So they're like MAGs, so metagenomically assembled genomes, but they're viral genomes, GV MAGs. And they were able to find these, like I said, over 200 high quality. And so this study really, as the authors quote, it significantly expands the marine giant virus genomic and functional diversity, broadening understanding of the roles in the food web and biogeochemistry. All right, let's switch gears to some research tools. Are you interested in using SAS to compete and solve problems? Then you might be ready for a SAS Hackathon. The 2025 SAS Hackathon runs from September 15th to October 10th, and registration is now open. You can check that out if that piqued your interest. Moving to our bloggers posts, 2 of them today. First up from Blue Ecology blog, vibe coding with AI agents is not for scientists. Vibe coding, which is essentially asking ChatGPT to code for you, so it's not really coding, is sort of popular now, but it isn't a good way for scientists to analyze the results, as this blog post kind of goes through with a case study. And then our second post here is from Jumping Rivers blogs, Rethinking Image Formats, some helpful tips about adding images and other items to web pages. 3 new CRAN packages to take a look at here. There's ggtime, grammar of graphics and plot helpers for time series visualization. Discover, interactive tutorials and data for discovering statistics using R and R Studio. And Rift table, results tables to bridge the rift between epidemiologists and their data. And then closing out our time here for funding, 1 grant from the HHS, Health and Human Services, a research study on the contaminants of in school meals. So this pilot study supports a comprehensive FDA-led initiative aimed at evaluating the toxicological safety and nutritional quality of meals served in all schools that actively participate in the National School Lunch Program, including both public, non-profit, private schools. The grant may be used to support participation by a single school, multiple schools within a district, entire school districts that participate in this program. All right, that is our time together here. Don't drink and vibe. Thanks for joining me for Science Research Weekly. Science on.